Hello, lovely parents, and welcome back. Today we are talking about a topic that can truly transform family life: how to build better behavior through respectful parenting. If you've ever wondered how to guide your child without constant yelling, punishment, or daily power struggles, then this video is for you. We'll explore simple, powerful ways to encourage good behavior through calm leadership, clear boundaries, and mutual respect. So grab a cup of tea, get comfortable, and let's discover how respectful parenting can help raise happier, more cooperative children. Every parent wants a well-behaved child, but many feel stuck between two extremes. On one side is constant correction, yelling, and punishment that creates fear or resistance. On the other side is being so gentle that boundaries disappear and behavior becomes chaotic. Most parents are not looking for either extreme. They want children who listen, cooperate, speak kindly, and grow into responsible people without losing their spirit. That is where respectful parenting becomes powerful. It offers a path that builds better behavior through connection, consistency, and dignity instead of fear. This video explores how respectful parenting helps children behave better in real life, not because they are scared of consequences, but because they are learning self-control, empathy, and trust. Respectful parenting does not mean letting children do whatever they want. It means leading firmly while treating the child as a human being worthy of patience and guidance. It means boundaries without humiliation, discipline without threats, and authority without domination. Better behavior matters more today than ever because children are growing up in a world full of stimulation, fast rewards, emotional stress, and shorter attention spans. Many children feel overwhelmed before they even know how to explain it. When stress rises, behavior often becomes the language of unmet needs. Tantrums, backtalk, refusal, aggression, and withdrawal are often signs that a child lacks the tools to manage big feelings. Respectful parenting helps teach those tools. The first shift begins with understanding behavior differently. Many parents see behavior as something to control. But behavior is communication. A child who throws toys may be overstimulated. A child who ignores directions may feel disconnected. A child who lies may fear punishment. A child who hits may not know how to express anger safely. When parents look beneath the behavior, they respond with wisdom instead of reaction. This does not excuse harmful behavior. It simply changes the starting point. Instead of asking, "How do I stop this right now?" respectful parenting asks, "What is happening inside my child, and what skill needs to be taught?" That single shift changes the whole atmosphere of discipline. The next principle is connection before correction. Children learn best when they feel safe and seen. When a child is dysregulated, the logical part of the brain is less available. Lectures, threats, and shouting often fail because the child cannot process them in that moment. First they need calm, then they can learn. Imagine a child screaming because screen time ended. Many parents instantly match intensity with intensity. But respectful parenting begins by regulating yourself first. You kneel down, speak steadily, and say, "You're upset, it's over. I hear you. It's still time to stop. Notice what happened there." You acknowledge the feeling while holding the limit. This teaches children that emotions are allowed, but boundaries remain. Over time, children who experience calm leadership begin to borrow that calm. Their nervous system learns regulation through relationship. This is one of the hidden powers of respectful parenting. It does not just manage behavior today. It builds emotional skills for tomorrow. Another essential habit is using clear, respectful communication. Many conflicts happen because adults use vague commands, repeated warnings, or confusing emotional language. Saying "be good, stop it," or "how many times do I have to tell you," rarely teaches what to do instead. Respectful parenting replaces this with simple, direct guidance. Shoes go by the door. Hands are for helping, not hitting. It's time to brush teeth now. You may be upset, but I won't let you throw. Children respond better when expectations are concrete and calm. Tone matters too. Children often mirror the emotional energy they receive. If instructions come with sarcasm, anger, or contempt, resistance increases. If guidance comes with steadiness and respect, cooperation becomes more likely. This does not mean children obey instantly every time. It means the home environment becomes less combative and more teachable. The next key to better behavior is consistency. Many parents become harsh not because they want to be harsh, but because they are exhausted from repeating themselves. One day a rule matters, the next day it does not. Sometimes whining works, sometimes it does not. Sometimes bedtime is strict, sometimes ignored. Inconsistency creates confusion, and confusion often creates testing behavior. Children naturally test limits to understand where safety and structure exist. When parents respond predictably, children relax. They know what to expect. Respectful parenting uses routines and steady boundaries rather than emotional reactions. For example, instead of threatening every night at bedtime, create a consistent rhythm. Bath, pajamas, story, lights out. If the child delays, calmly guide them back to the routine. Fewer words, more follow-through. Predictability lowers power struggles because the routine becomes the authority, not the parent's mood. Another powerful principle is separating the child from the behavior. A child is not rude because they interrupted. A child is not bad because they lied. A child is not lazy because they resisted chores. Labels can become identities, especially when repeated. Respectful parenting addresses the action without attacking the person. Interrupting is not okay. Wait your turn. The truth matters. Let's fix this together. Your toys need to be cleaned up before we move on. This protects self-worth while still holding accountability. Children tend to grow in the direction of the identity they hear most often. If they constantly hear they are difficult, naughty, selfish, or impossible, many begin to act accordingly. If they hear they are capable, kind, learning, and responsible, they are more likely to rise into that identity. Natural consequences are another tool that builds better behavior. Punishments often focus on making a child suffer so they remember. Natural or logical consequences focus on helping a child connect choices with outcomes. If a child throws a toy, the toy is put away for a while. If they refuse to wear a coat, they feel chilly and learn. If homework is forgotten, they experience the school consequence and plan differently next time. If they spill intentionally, they help clean it. This approach teaches responsibility without shame. It shifts discipline from revenge to learning. The goal is not to win against the child. The goal is to prepare the child for life. Emotional coaching is where respectful parenting becomes transformative. Many children misbehave because they are overwhelmed by feelings they cannot name or manage. Anger, jealousy, embarrassment, boredom, disappointment, and anxiety often come out as behavior. When parents help children identify feelings, behavior improves over time. You seem frustrated your tower fell. You wanted more attention when I was helping your sister. You're disappointed we said no. This helps children feel understood while learning emotional vocabulary. Once feelings are named, skills can be taught. Deep breaths. Taking space. Asking for help. Using words. Trying again later. Problem solving together. These are life skills, not just parenting tricks. Respectful parenting also understands the importance of repair. No parent stays calm all the time. Everyone gets impatient, raises their voice, or handles a moment poorly. What matters most is what happens next. When parents apologize sincerely, children learn accountability. I yelled earlier. That was not okay. I'm sorry. I'll try again. This does not weaken authority. It strengthens trust. It teaches that mistakes can be repaired and relationships can recover. Children raised around repair often become more willing to apologize themselves because they have seen it modeled with dignity rather than forced with shame. Another overlooked reason behavior improves through respectful parenting is autonomy. Children need healthy power. When they have no control anywhere, they often seek control through defiance. Offer limited choices where possible. Blue cup or red cup? Brush teeth first or pajamas first? Do homework at the table or desk? These small choices meet the child's need for agency while the parent keeps the larger boundary. Children who feel some control often resist less because they are participating instead of being managed every moment. Respectful parenting also uses attention wisely. Many parents accidentally give the most energy to negative behavior and very little to positive behavior. Children notice where attention lives. If whining gets a huge response and cooperation gets silence, behavior follows attention. Catch helpful moments. You shared kindly. You kept trying. You put your shoes away without being asked. You were patient while I finished. Specific acknowledgement reinforces behavior far more effectively than constant criticism. This is not empty praise. It is noticing effort, growth, and values. Children begin to internalize these behaviors because they are seen. Boundaries remain essential. Respectful parenting is not permissive parenting. Children need adults who can say no calmly and mean it. Too much flexibility can feel as unsafe as too much harshness. A respectful boundary sounds like this: I won't let you hit. Candy is not for breakfast. We are leaving the park now. I hear you don't like it. The answer is still no. There is empathy, but there is also firmness. Many parents fear tears and anger when limits are set. But a child's upset feelings do not mean the boundary was wrong. Sometimes tears are simply the healthy release that follows disappointment. Children can survive frustration, especially when supported through it. Respectful parenting teaches frustration tolerance, one of the most valuable skills for future success. Modeling is perhaps the deepest layer of all. Children absorb how adults handle stress, conflict, and responsibility. If parents scream when angry, children learn screaming. If parents blame others, children learn blame. If parents speak respectfully even when upset, children learn respect under pressure. When a parent says, "I'm frustrated, so I'm taking a breath," the child learns regulation. When a parent says, "I made a mistake and I'll fix it," the child learns integrity. When a parent treats service workers kindly, the child learns dignity for others. Behavior is taught through observation every day. Shared routines strengthen all of this. Family meals without devices, bedtime conversations, cleanup songs, greeting rituals after school, weekend responsibilities, gratitude at night, these repeated moments create belonging and stability. Children who feel connected often behave better because cooperation grows inside relationship. It is also important to adjust expectations to age and development. A toddler is impulsive. A young child struggles with transitions. A preteen seeks independence. A teenager questions authority. Sometimes what looks like misbehavior is normal development needing guidance. Respectful parenting asks, is my expectation realistic? If not, frustration rises for everyone. When expectations match development, success becomes more possible. Progress may feel slow at first. Fear can create fast obedience, but often with hidden costs like anxiety, secrecy, resentment, or dependence on external control. Respectful parenting may look slower because it is building internal control. Yet over time it creates children who behave well not only when watched, but because values and skills have taken root. That is the true goal. Not a silent child. Not a perfectly obedient child. But a child who can manage emotions, respect others, make wise choices, recover from mistakes, and act responsibly. If your home has been full of yelling or daily battles, change can begin with one small shift. Pause before reacting. Lower your tone. State one clear boundary. Validate one feeling. Offer one choice. Repair one rupture. Notice one positive behavior. Small repeated moments reshape family culture. You do not need to become a perfect parent to raise a well-behaved child. You need to become a steady guide. Respectful parenting is not weakness. It is disciplined leadership rooted in dignity. When children are led with respect, they learn to respect themselves. When they are corrected with calmness, they learn self-control. When they are held accountable without shame, they learn responsibility. When they are loved consistently through mistakes, they learn resilience. Better behavior is not built through fear. It is built through relationship, boundaries, practice, and trust. If you want calmer days and stronger character in your child, start today with one respectful habit and repeat it consistently. Over time, those quiet moments become the foundation of a child who listens, cooperates, and grows into a confident, caring human. If this message helped you see parenting differently, support the channel by liking, subscribing, and sharing it with another parent who wants peace at home and strength in their child.